Welcome back, tribe. I got an important one here. It's a trend that's been developing over the past few years, but it's really starting to gain steam. And some of us have already been privy to this happening, but I want to kind of expose it so you guys know. It's essentially the new American dream, and here's what it looks like. The plan essentially falls into two pieces. You move into a smaller town with a much more simple lifestyle, far more affordable and more in tune with traditional values, or you uproot and leave to another nation completely, passport broing, where you can find much of the same. It's a way to combat cost of living and actually have a chance of starting a family. So in order to not be a wage cuck, first we have to understand what's happening and the repercussions of staying in the city or around big metropolitan areas. So we'll get into this video first.
Just some context. Historically, Wells Fargo has dominated the mortgage lending industry with about twice the market share compared to their next largest competitor, JP Morgan Chase. Why are they doing this? What's going on here?
We're going to become a renter nation in this country.
We are going to be a nation of renters.
You look at the millennial base, they've come out, they have high debt in their education, they're putting off marriage. They want to be able to have flexibility in their work where they can just travel. They want a lock and leave environment. They choose not to buy.
Right, it's apparently our choice. We're choosing not to buy. Nothing at all to do with Wall Street buying up entire neighborhoods at a time. Also nothing to do with the fact that Taylor Morrison, one of America's largest home builders, saying that build to rent will comprise of nearly half of its business in the coming years. The plan going forward, instead of lending you money to buy a home, banks like JP Morgan are going to buy and build homes that they have no intention of ever selling to you. Unless we do something right now, we will own nothing.
And we're already starting to see social media prop up with things like this.
For bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. I've been selling my soul, working all day.
Okay. So this is a family that moved from a big city to a small town, and that's what they're doing now. They're just living. They're actually living. They're doing incredible things outdoors. But her caption says, "We get asked about moving to a small mountain town all the time. There hasn't been a day that's gone by where we've regretted our decision. It was hard to leave our friends and family, but the benefits have been worth it. Cost of living is more affordable. There's no commutes, no traffic lights. We actually know our neighbors, and there's a real sense of community. There's support, inclusivity, and culture. There's solitude and peace. The pace of life is slower. The priorities are different. There's a little bit more money, more time, and infinitely more space to explore. There's less crowds, less hustle, and less worries. We moved to a town with, quote, nothing, yet ended up with everything that truly mattered." How beautiful is that?
People like me, people like you.
Another one for you guys.
Build a farm, involve your friends, grow some food, get some hens, homeschool the children and build community, reject the mainstream, instead seek unity.
Another one. Let me mute it because the music says, "I'm 31. I moved to the Italian countryside last year after a lifetime of living in big cities. Now I dry my laundry in the crisp, fresh air, get my cheese from my neighbor's sheep, and cook with olive oil from my own olive groves. I don't get lonely because I'm so at peace in this paradise I've created for myself." That's incredible. So it says under her caption, "There's a few new faces in this community, so I figured it was time we properly welcome new members into our close-knit family. Hi, my name is Shayna Taylor. I'm thrilled to share my life and journey with y'all. After a lifetime spent in the bustling cities of California and New York, I made a bold decision to embrace the slow life and move to Italy, solo. Now I find solace and tranquility in every moment as I navigate the charming traditions and beautiful people of the country. In Italy, time seems to slow down, allowing me to appreciate the simple pleasures of everyday life. Activities like going to the grocery store and doing laundry are replaced with walking over to my neighbor's farm to get fresh sheep's milk cheese and air drying my laundry in the breeze. While I've always loved and celebrated Mother Nature, living in harmony with nature has become a way of life for me. In this little paradise I've created for myself, I found an abundance of peace and contentment. The slow-paced Italian lifestyle, the tranquility of the countryside, the challenges of moving to a foreign place and the strong sense of community have truly transformed my life. So welcome new members. I invite you to join me on this journey of embracing the slow life and finding joy in the simple pleasures. That is so awesome. So people are getting ahead of the curve here and seeing that the rat race is never ending and you'll work till you die for a pension that won't exist.
Hi guys.
And then I want to take you guys through this video and one more after. This is small, luxurious, tiny homes. So these are prefabricated homes that are hitting the market in America. This one says it's made in Spain. I think it's a Spanish company, but they've already come to America. They're priced in like 50,000 or 100,000 for 2 different sets of prefabs. But the goal here is going somewhere where you could buy a plot of land and just taking your prefab home and dropping it right there, plop, and you're good. And I'm gonna walk you guys through and show you what you can have.
So welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be showing you for the first time on our channel a tiny home, to be specific, a mobile tiny home from KU. It's a company run by family and friends, and they've done a fantastic job to create the first module that we're gonna be showing you. So let's go.
Look how nice that looks. That is nice. Everything you would need. Look at that. Let's get a walk around.
On which wheels are put on so that you can move it from A to B. What we're looking at is a fantastic use of space, 37 square meters of utilization to perfection. The outer layer that we are seeing here is made out of aluminium, the entire facade, and inside the structure is made out of 100% recyclable steel. Energy efficient, and yeah, just simply awesome. The backside also has a extended garden area for your plantations. Let's do a quick walk around. Everything here that we are looking at is one home that has everything you can imagine, from a kitchen, a bedroom, a shower, everything that we're going to be exploring. Picture windows, opening windows, and putting this pod wherever you desire is the idea of a mobile home. Place it where you wish. Mother Nature in front of the sea.
There you go.
Whatever floats your boat. And now, yeah, guys, I think it's time to head inside and see what it houses right there.
You know, because the other option before a prehab home looked this incredible was you had to get a camper, a motorized one or one you pulled with your car. And they cost well over $100,000 for something that could be this luxurious. You know, the benefits of a camper is that obviously you either tow it or it's motorized, so you could take it anywhere. You know, you drive it onto your plot of land and you're good. But the issues with that is like gas consumption and, you know, all the issues that come with maintenance of a larger camper, etc. This, for $50,000 to $100,000, you can plop it on your plot of land, which in the middle of nowhere is dirt cheap, man. If you look, you can get acres of land for nothing in certain parts of America with absolutely beautiful picturesque scenery. And then you could just take your truck, your four-wheeler, whatever, drive it into town a few hours, do your runs for, you know, groceries and whatever you need. You always buy a week ahead in bulk and you're solid, bro. You've escaped. The only thing you have to figure out is income in a remote location. So if you need internet, again, Starlink now, you can have satellite internet with very good speeds at your location. So internet, don't worry about it. Wherever you are, you can be connected 100%. Solar panels on the roof could power your house, no problem. And it's just figuring out the steps in between to get to this point, which is far more attainable than the current $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 homes to live somewhere close by where you work. That's unattainable. And it's also unwise to rent the rest of your life, where median rent has creeped up to $2,000 a month for a shack, bro. Quarter of what this prefab home would give you. We're getting fucked.
There, let's go. Welcome to your tiny home. We've got a picture window and this door illuminating what is your kitchen, dining area, living room. Now let's talk about what you see. Firstly, this extended area here, I love it. They call it the aquarium, probably because it looks like one, but you've also got that 180 degrees angle of a view. You have to picture that this home can be put into any diverse areas, any one that you wish, as as long as the surface is flat enough for it to be positioned.
Imagine the views you could have on the land that you own.
Where you'll get the breaking waves and the dramatic scenery unfold whilst you chill here.
You even make it
Exactly, because this
have the crashing waves.
God, because we're looking down, basically, as you said, this is hanging out, it's extended. And yeah, pretty neat place to come and chill. And immediately we are greeted by the custom-made kitchen. Now, because we are in 37 square meter space, everything has to mentalize and everything has to be fully used. So let's give some examples. The cupboards here, for instance. Patrick, if you want to just come a little bit closer, we'll put that into perspective. We have a lot of cupboard areas to store everything you desire. Here, your cutlery, underneath
so awesome.
plate. And this continues one floor down. We have porcelain countertop as well, and induction right here. This entire section here is your subtractor, which is pretty cool because I don't see any vents for it to leave out, particularly, don't you? Sometimes you would have these where it would suck, you know, whatever you were sucking. But you get what I mean,
Whatever
right?
you were cooking.
Yeah, exactly. I presume it is into the wall and then discreetly gets away. Now we also have double glazed window here, one that tilts open. The isolation of this pod is amazing, and so is electrical efficiency, which graded perfectly. Now, what else do we have here that we would like to point out?
Maybe the small dishwasher.
Exactly.
Wow, dishwasher,
It's not just small, it's probably the smallest and cutest dishwasher we have ever seen. But keep in mind, this is a tiny home, a mobile tiny home, so this is more than sufficient.
I mean, it's the size of dishwashers you have in caravans as well.
I would say it might even be
It
bigger.
all needs to be the right size because you want to use as much space, but also not clustered big things.
Fully agreeing with you here. This entire area here is your fridge and freezer section.
In a microwave slash oven.
Fridge and freezer, definitely enough.
Fridge plus
for 2 or
freezer.
3 people. We have an oven.
Oven.
A lot of spaces, guys. A lot of spaces. To be quite honest, there's a lot of spaces to store your things in this pod, and I'm loving that because I'm someone who accumulates a lot of.
That's why tiny living would.
It would, but I would definitely like to give it a try. We also have a washer here from.
Wow, clutch.
It's a dryer.
Is it?
Dryer washer combo.
Cool. Dryer and washer with a 10-year warranty.
Clutch.
You know what you know, like what you said before, you would like to try, but I think it is.
There are people currently living right now in apartments and they don't have a washer dryer hookup. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Future.
And why is that?
Because if you look at Tokyo, for example, real estate prices went up so high and so fast that people just cannot afford living in any big spaces.
It's true.
And there's so many people also living per square meter in Tokyo that you have to just make the most out of it. And tiny living is just the best because you also do not accumulate too much unnecessary things. So you're more selective in what you are buying.
Jesus.
And you get rid of things which you do not use. And
Very
a
true.
lot of people have cupboards full of things they have not seen for a year or longer.
Patrick actually has a whole collection of books under his bed and I'm not allowed to touch them. Now that's a little info for you guys. Thank you for sharing that, Patrick. You are very right. I wouldn't mind giving this a try and seeing how I feel in a space versus traditional doors. Perfect example here. Why a pocket door? Because it saves space and invites you into your basically ensuite bathroom that we're going to be explaining later.
You missed out one thing.
Yes,
The
the table.
shot of the table, yes.
Exactly. To create more space, this can also be lifted and mounted
Genius.
onto the wall. Maybe put a cushion here to chill in your living room, kitchen area.
Come on, man.
Furthermore, we also have this, Patrick. So maybe you want to come a little bit closer. It is your smart home integration system. You have underfloor heating here, by the way. It's an extra
Of course.
in this pot, but you can also install it. Air conditioning, LED lights. You also have the blinds that fully go down. Let's show that to you. Super. Everything can be controlled and managed here. Now moving on, we have covered spaces here.
That's
and
insane.
here. Let's open it up and give you guys a quick look into it, just for you to understand the sort of space we have. Hang your jackets here.
Plenty.
Kind of feels like it's done from one solid piece, as well as the air conditioning slots nicely hidden. You also have wooden floors, which I hope you have seen. Have they, Patrick?
Yes, they have.
They have seen. Superb. With LED strips. leads us into the bedroom. Let's explore
Yeah,
it.
the bedroom.
Not only is it your bedroom, this could also be your office. I'll explain all of that later. Patrick, come a bit closer because we have a mirror here nicely put into a niche with LED strips illuminating it. From there, you also get to see my brother Patrick, and for measurement purposes, he's 2 meters tall. So we have a very nice ceiling height in this entire pod, which gives you a feeling of space, which is great in a tiny home, right?
Yes.
Now, like I said, compartmentalized. We have this entire front, which are basically shelves where you can store your things.
Bro.
There's a lot of space. Now, if you want to work, you can also have these 2 desks that pop out. Put your computer here. You have USB slots for electricity on both sides, and then they nicely pocket inside into the wall and disappear. And this is use of space per excellence. Now, there's also a big bed that you're seeing in the detail shot that can be transformed into a couch area. A lot of luminosity coming in through the picture windows, but also through these ones, which can fully be opened. Now you open it here,
You
maybe
look
there.
towards the little garden.
Yeah, and you get a nice breeze and you get exposure of your garden. True, Patrick? I'm leaving these little moments for Patrick to add some other stuff. So that's an additional storage for your have on each side here.
See the
USB
bathroom.
slots nicely hidden inside. Nice oval shape mirror, and best of all, a window that you can open.
And we all know why it's good to have a window which
Of course we all do. But what's also really nice is when you put this pod wherever you desire, I would say nature on a cliff, views, you'd be looking out of this window and you'd see drama happening right outside. Eagles flying over the prey, whatever happens out in the wilderness, but you'll get to watch it through your squared window here. Cool. And now shower area, which I'm super amazed about because look at it. You have a rain shower head. And
That's
it really
crazy.
has depth to come down, pouring on you from this depth.
Depth.
You are a depth, Patrick, du bist ein Depp.
Du hast Death gesagt.
No, yeah, it has depth. That's depth.
It's Death.
English language difficult, huh? We also have a shower head. And Patrick, you wanted to say something about this.
Yes. Pass me the shower head. Hello, Dominic. Interview.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Live. Amazing to be here. Thank you so much. Cool. This is also backsplashed with porcelain.
Beautiful.
And gives you enough room to have one that has 19 square meters and 2 further ones that are 37 in 4 different colors, which you can then customize. On the website, you can actually customize the pods as you wish it to be, underfloor heating, air conditioning, some extras. So do check it out.
And we'll just end it off with this lady's rant about what the hell's going on in society, but it should drive the point home.
Society is a fucking scam. So you wake up early in the morning to go to work to pay for a house that you're never at. And you pay for a car that primarily gets you from and to work, correct? The government takes anywhere from, let's say 30 to 50% of your wages. And then there's things like VAT, which is basically your money getting taxed that was already taxed. You save up your whole life for a pension, which at the end of the day, the government takes 40 to 50% of that. Then in your elder years, you're living off canned soup and fucking bread because that's all you can afford. And then you get your state pension, which you can't get until you're like 180 years old. And even with that, if you die before you get it, you can't even pass it down to your kids. The government takes it. We are all getting scammed so fucking bad. It's almost comical. People don't see this shit. How can you work 40 or 50 hours a week, especially nowadays, to pay for fucking nothing? So figure 200 hours a month, you give your life to a corporation. And then halfway through the month, you're struggling to get to payday. Sounds pretty fucking familiar, doesn't it? We're giving our lives away for nothing. It is a scam. We're losing more by going to work than staying our asses home. All a big scam.
if you're not actively building out a map of your future that involves either leaving the West or relocating to a small town with traditional values and a better cost of living, you are setting yourself up for a world of hurt that will make you pay into the system until you're dead. Don't end up that 70-something-year-old guy or woman that waves people hello inside of Walmarts or Costco's or whatever big grocery chains. You have to start planning your escape now. Earlier the better, because the alternative is a nightmare. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, man. We'll see you in the next one.